Taurus. Hello, Taurus singles. December 2020. What's going on in your single life, Taurus, in December? Are you going to remain single? Is there love coming your way? Is it going to be status quo for you? What's going on in your life? Keep in mind, just because this is a singles reading, it doesn't mean it's all about are you going to find love or all that stuff. It's all about what's going on with you being a single person, and is there any potential? Maybe it comes out in the reading, maybe it doesn't. This is an intuitive reading, Taurus, so it's not going to be for everybody because it just can't be. Can't read for an entire collective of Taurus sun signs here and say it should make sense to everybody. That's not possible. So if it's not for you, just leave it. There's always another message that might be better suited for you down the road. And you know the drill. Check your moon, rising, Venus signs in your chart. You might find that you actually get a lot more clarity with those signs in a collective reading especially. Alright, so we're going to pull a couple angel cards, a couple oracle cards, and then some tarot, Taurus. Self-love, Taurus. Self-love. That's what it's about right now. Self-love. It's Archangel Michael reminding you that you are valuable. You are valued. You are cherished. You are valued. You are cherished. You are important. And if you haven't been appreciating yourself, this is the time for you to start doing that. Self-love, Archangel Michael coming up on the scene for you. Some of you might be healing yourself, getting to know yourself again. Never-ending story. Wow. So some of you are trapped in that never-ending story. The situation, the circumstance, the thing that just doesn't want to come to an end. So it's being tired of being sick and tired of the circumstances. A blessing on protection, Taurus. So some interesting cards coming out for you. You have this self-love reminding you who you are and how you have felt about other people in your past. You ought to feel at least that much for yourself times 10. Okay, this is saying that you cannot thoroughly and fully love if you cannot thoroughly and fully love yourself. So you might have been cutting yourself short in your past relationships, and you have the never-ending story. I don't think this never-ending story, the way I see it, isn't about a circumstance that won't end. It's about picking the same type of person over and over, and so you feel like you're repeating the past, Taurus. And so moving forward, there's this idea of this praying and meditating and trying to get clarity and receive guidance and make the right choices and decisions. And in that, all that inner work, that self-work, there is this blessing coming out of protection, because you have a higher level of self-awareness right now in your life. And I think that's great, because I think that going out there looking for a relationship, companionship, there is this feeling that you do maybe need a level of protection and discernment, okay? And not just intuition, but discernment. Discernment is just knowing what the truth is, because it's just one of those innate things that you know about somebody. This isn't about intuition. It is having that higher communication with the angels, with your spirit guides, and they're giving you that discernment. They're saying to you that we're here to protect you, and so you have to trust what we're telling you. So you might be actually hearing something, or you might be actually channeling something, or just have that that instant reaction that no, this person, this place, this thing is not for me. Okay, and then there's your intuition. It's like you going after something or doing something even if the evidence isn't there to support it. So that's just kind of two things at play here, Taurus, and the self-love. Okay, when are you going to start loving yourself fully, as much as you've loved and loved hard in the past with other people? So, what's going to happen with you in December, Taurus? Death, currently right now, you are ending something big, all right? You're ending something big. And maybe this something big is it's your old self and shedding that skin. And it's that growth that you experience. And so you outgrow your skin. I don't regurgitate card meanings. I say what I think and feel first. The Lover's card in your recent past. So you definitely are that, like, you're that wounded person. And this, maybe the last time was one too many times because it cut very deeply and it hurt very deeply. And so this Death card is the old you, putting up boundaries and having a higher understanding of how you need to actually start valuing yourself and caring for yourself. And not always putting everybody first before you, to a deficit to yourself. You're not taking from yourself. You're not sacrificing yourself on the altar of love just because you want that love to be reciprocated. And so I think there's this big, like, understanding here that you have to move forward knowing that you have an infinite amount of value, and you're not going to repeat the same relationship over and over and over again. It's not going to keep manifesting in your life because you have the element of protection here. I'm giving you that discernment, not just intuition, but discernment. And you have the Four of Cups here. So, you know, I did mention, it's funny, like, you know, he's praying, he's sitting here, this person is praying, and keep in mind, gender doesn't matter, but it is like you're hoping for that one true thing. That is really, this is your goal. This is what you want for yourself. You want that one true connection that is everlasting, okay? You haven't given up hope on that. But I think that you know now that in order to bring into your life what is good for you, what is matched to your vibration, what is matched to you on a soul level, that you have to pass up a lot of things to get there. Instead of experiencing those people in your life, you have to just pass a lot up until you know which one is right for you. You have the Three of Coins. This is, I always say, this is in your basement. This is, you know, your subconscious, what you think and feel, but maybe don't say. This is more about your private self, your internal self here. And, you know, right now, this to me represents the work on yourself. This represents what you're doing for yourself to not only improve yourself, but to, you know, it's like you're so focused on yourself because you know you have value and you realize that value. And you know, this Lovers in the recent past, I don't always read the Lovers as a romantic card, but I think that something about your last relationship triggered you to say, you know what, I need to focus on me because I'm going to keep bringing the same person over and over in my life, and I don't want that anymore. So that's kind of what your focus is. Whoop! And that is way too many here. I'm sorry, I apologize about that. Let's do another shuffle. You don't want more of the same. And I did say earlier, being sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, moving forward. Taurus, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you have choices moving forward. You have decisions to make. And I feel like you're assessing, this is all about assessing your own self-worth and value. And you have the Moon crossing you as your challenge. And I did say, like, you have this this thing going on between intuition and discernment. And so I feel like the Moon, you don't always feel comfortable going with your intuition because sometimes you might feel like you run away with things, you know, up here. But there's this feeling of discernment, and I think that you're trusting that that discernment more than you're trusting the intuition. You know, discernment comes from spirit. Intuition is something that's within. And so there is a bit of a difference, though we might confuse them sometimes. So I see the Two of Pentacles moving forward. Like there are choices you have to make. You have the Queen of Wands here. Eight of Pentacles. Six of Wands. And then you have the Three of Wands. So you see a brighter future ahead here, Taurus. And then you have the Three of Swords. That's the death of your old self. And that's kind of mourning, and mourning the loss of your old self. And I know that sounds weird, but you're looking at like the unnecessary suffering. And so, because to me, I see like a lot of growth here. I see a lot of growth in you as a person. And like this Three of Swords is kind of what you're going through in November. But by the time you get into December, you start to see like there are choices moving forward. You have choices, you have decisions that you can make. And you have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands, to me, I almost feel like you get this is like the word I get is a revival. It's like you are going through some kind of like revival emotionally. And I think that you kind of get really focused and driven toward what you want for yourself. And I do feel like you come out as a new person in December. There's this metamorphosis, you know, or this shedding of your old skin, so you can grow and become bigger, stronger, more durable. And you have the Eight of Coins here. This is what's influencing you. This is what's going on around you. I think that you're really putting yourself into a lot of self-improvement. You might be going to therapy. You might just be confiding in people. You might be reading a lot. You might be studying a lot. You might be doing a lot of different things that's all about that element of self-improvement. And so you're so focused on not repeating the past that you know that you are the only determining factor in what happens for you in your future. And it's all about how you go about things moving forward. And I think you come out of this feeling like a new person with the Six of Wands. Like you realize you have championed over all the things of the past, and you are in a fresh new place in December. And so I think you are in a much better feeling energy. I think that you want to go for that relationship. You want to look for that person that's that kindred spirit, that soulmate, that's somebody that's meant for you. And here you have the Three of Wands. You finally see the possibilities here, because you're not going to just take what comes along. You're going to pass up. There are ships here off in the distance, and you might let some of them sail right by you, because you understand your worth, that you don't have to just be involved with anything that comes along. You're not doing that anymore. So you're waiting for that ship to come in, that the one that was meant for you. And so I think you understand there's this element of patience in your relationship life now that is going to just take time to develop to its fullest potential, Taurus. So I absolutely love this, because I love when readings are all about the spiritual and not so much about the superficial. And I see this as being a very highly spiritual reading. It's all about that growth, and it's all about the good things that are going to come out of that growth. So Taurus, this is your reading. I see this as a great, fantastic reading. No, do you find love in December? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it's about for you. I think it's like being the very absolute best version of yourself, because you're going to attract who you are and what you are in your life, and you're going to pass up the things that try to work their way into your energy, and you're going to reject a lot of things that you should. And so you have this element of protection. I love it. So if this resonated with you, thumbs up. I'm just a little guy here on YouTube, all right? Leave me a comment. Let me know how it's playing out for you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more from me down the road, Taurus. Thank you.